my truck to fucking do damage to me when I'm hiding fucking against the grill.
A gala at the New Atlantis Free Star Embassy.
No, that was the guy I was looking for that you were engaged on. When I went and turned to go towards the tents, I took a left and got shot from my right, which means he was somewhere off in the distance behind the semi truck. So I turned around and ran and hid behind the front of the truck, which would have protected me from him, and then I got fatal damage from my left, which means the dude from behind the fucking semi truck, which is fucking unrealistic, because the only thing that's gonna travel through 23 fucking feet of solid steel and a solid fucking engines block from a fucking truck like that is gonna be a fucking missile or a fucking bullet that doesn't exist. Fucking stupid faggot fucking battlefield fucking physics.
Palms a kept pestering me about this damn missing slip. Like security's got time to track something like that down.
Not interested.
What do you want to do for the break later?
I don't know, but I gotta get out of here.
Can't talk, I've got a
It's been
deadline coming
non-stop
up.
interruptions since this morning, and I'm not spending another break at my desk listening to Cody eat with his mouth open.
One of those days, huh?
More like one of those months. You know what? Screw it. I'm going to Terrabrew right now.
Yeah? I'll go with you. We can pick up an extra for Chloe if she asks.
Sorry, I'm busy at the moment.
Yes?
Yes? What?
Cheeseburger. Sugar deserves a cheeseburger.
Chicago Mills is the way to go.
I didn't hear a thing you said. I should probably do that then. Sneaking up on your teammates.
This report isn't bad, but you're going to need more supporting evidence. Imogene's a stickler for details.
That's what I was afraid of.
Well, look who survived their first assignment. How'd it go? Anything to report?
I know what you mean, but that's your missing piece right there.
Not a single setback. Huh. I knew you were going to be perfect for this job. If you recall, setbacks mean a lot of things for a lot of people. Payoffs, cover stories, cleanup crews. You get my drift. The cleaner your work, the more intact your payments stay. I'm sure you understand. Exactly. In the meantime, I'll make sure that slate is properly disposed of. So, now that we know you're capable of handling some light cyber mischief, let's try your hand at a little framing.
I just did some corporate espionage, Papa Bear. Yeah, I went and broke into this rival company of the company I'm now working for and uploaded something into their servers. They literally let me walk right in. I waited till the guard left the room for a second, snuck up to the PC, cracked it,
Are you
fucking
even listening?
put the shit in, and then, yeah.
One of our subsidiaries, Arboron, is currently competing for a contract against Laredo. Now, the buyer likes to keep their associations clean and will be sending a representative to Laredo in Aquila City for an evaluation. We just need you to visit their office first and accidentally leave behind some incriminating evidence against their company.
All good, brother. Have fun. Yeah, yeah.
The inspection will be similar to an audit. These things are usually pretty thorough. Filing cabinets, desks. I trust you can be smart about it. Good. This one should be easy to pull off. Laredo has their own building, unlike Keltcorp, so at least there's only a single layer of security to deal with. Here's the slate we need you to plant. It holds confidential files that'll cast the perfect negative light at Laredo. Now, get going.
If Alexis asks about me, I am not here.
I'd hate to be on Miss Olzo's bad side.
QC can't be that bad, can it? You meet all sorts in Aquila City.
Aquila is one of the oldest cities in the settled systems.
Might want to steer clear of the stretch. Lots of crime over there.
I was hoping you'd show up soon. Is it done? Don't get too comfortable. Those who do usually don't last long in this field. Now, I think it's time to examine a different set of skills. Good. This next assignment could be a little more flexible than the others. Your next assignment is to find a security chief and use some creative thinking to obtain their security keycard. And when I say creative, I don't mean with a weapon. Either look the part and be persuasive, or be quick with your hands. Good luck. I'm sure you'll be able to get that keycard without incident. Just remember, if anything does happen, it's up to you to bail yourself out.
Make it quick. I have a deadline.
Docking cycle complete.
Hey again.
Something you need?
Hey there, Captain. Sounds like a plan to me.
Captain, hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
You're human. Oh, we're human. From the planet Earth in the Sol system. It's just that we weren't expecting to find life, let alone human life out here. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
You've come aboard the Earth colony ship, Constant. Generations ago, we set forth from the planet Earth with the mission of colonizing a new habitable world, in the spirit of our ancestors nearly a millennium ago. Oh. Hopefully it won't inconvenience you too much, but we're in a bind. See, you're the only one to approach us, and we really need your help. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by... well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and... the others. Oh yes, of course. Where are my manners? Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge. Dr. da Costa, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
Thank you, Captain.
I will follow you to the bridge.
Hey, good to see you. If you think that's what's best.
Welcome to the Earth colony ship Constant. In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened. So, he gathered the best and brightest he could find, built the Constant, and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be more interesting from here on out. Never seen a ship like yours before. Then again, I haven't seen any ships before you arrived.
So, here we are. Let's talk. We didn't believe anyone would be out here, but I'm glad for it. I think I'm coming up on 6 years now. I was only a teenager when my father died, passing command of the ship to me, as is tradition. Because of that, I've had to sort of learn as I go along, instead of taking years of study and apprenticeship under the prior captain. I think some people on the ship resent me for not having the level of experience as my predecessors. But at the same time, without my command, we likely wouldn't have made it here so quickly. Difficult is the wrong word. It can be both challenging at times and also exciting. Our mission was to rebuild humanity on a distant world, believing that we were Earth's last hope. To think that while there has always been a Brackenridge in the captain's chair, that I am the one to finally oversee our journey's end is truly exhilarating. But with this stumbling block in our path, at this final moment, I fear tough choices will need to be made. A bit frazzled, as you can imagine. People are anxious about discovering that we're not alone, and also worried about what will come to pass. While we hope we can work out a deal with the people on the surface, they seem reluctant to reach out, so there's no telling what will come of that. I do know that we can't afford to stay here in orbit forever. The ship was built to sustain us for many years with backup provisions just in case, but even that will come to an end eventually. Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you? We suspect that our equipment is woefully obsolete compared to whatever you all have now. In all honesty, we never expected to need to communicate with anyone, so our comms aren't particularly robust. That limits our options. We even attempted communicating with lights and sounds, something we saw in an old movie, but I don't believe they picked up on it. If anything, it may have inadvertently alarmed them. We know there's a settlement on the planet below, meaning people were here before us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us. Excellent. Make no mistake, this is our planet, and we intend for them to see this our way. So, speak with their leadership and see if you can negotiate a solution on our behalf. Preferably, get them to see things our way. Report back to me and let me know what they say, and we'll go from there. We thought about it, but it simply won't do. I need to think about the distant future of our people. Sure, our first settlement may be small, but our predecessors dreamt of our new civilization spreading across the globe. That will be difficult if someone else plans to do the same. While we're not completely close to the idea of sharing, it's much easier if we have complete domain over this world. I'm serious. We have a rightful claim to this land, and I intend to fight for it. But as you're currently our only hope, perhaps you'll honor my request and give it your all, for the sake of some very weary travelers who have come a very long way to be here. Thank you.
This bitch.
Careful waving that fancy gun around.
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that. Just stay out of trouble.
Sure is nice to know there are other people out there.
Hey there. Boy, am I glad you learned some stuff. Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
And to think, all this time, we were alone.
If the other color
The fuck do I get off of this thing?
We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be...
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work.
Undocking complete, Captain. Touching down. Lifting off now.
Aim point reached. It's stable.
What the fuck, you faggot game?
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside.
The Constant is a peaceful ship.
Sure is nice to know they're welcome.
Careful waving that fancy gun around.
Settle down. Everything in the green.
Paradiso. I most certainly did get sidetracked from my mission.
Hello, Captain.
Shit! some bullshit.
Hi there.
You sure you belong here? Can I help you? Yeah, right. Is this some kind of joke? I'd like to help, but if I handed over this card, then it's my job that's on the line. I thought I made myself clear. I'm not giving you my card. What did I do to deserve this? I hear you, but it doesn't change anything. I'm not really that busy. I think I can wait you out. Just get out of here before I decide to arrest you.
course not. Faggot ship. Well, at least I'm familiar with the surroundings.
Just stay out of trouble.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work.
Oh, and I do have intimidation chance. Wasting my time.
To go for landing.
You'd think we'd be a prime target for pirates.
Don't worry about us. You lost? Guys, you don't look like you belong here. You need
Ugh.
help with something.
Ow.
I hate to disappoint you, but I'm not big on doing favors for people I don't know. If it's an emergency, it sounds like you need to make time for those details. I thought I made myself clear. I'm not giving you my card. I guess it's possible you're telling the truth. You at least look professional. That might be okay. Here's the card. Just make sure you give it back when you're done.
Oh, shit. What a fucking moron. I wish that worked in real life.
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Sukiyama at your service. Do you have a security concern, or is there something else I can help you with? Neither. We're our own private force. The Paradiso group pays top dollar for top-notch security. And I dare say we're some of the best in the business. We have to be out here on the fringes of the settled systems. Something I can help you with? Ah, yes. Let's get right to it then. As you can imagine, we've got a predicament on our hands. Under normal circumstances, we would not enlist outside help in this manner. But this is a matter we can't afford to worry our guests about. As such, we need to handle this discreetly. Failure on your part to do so could have severe consequences. So, before we proceed, can you swear not to discuss this with anyone else unless explicitly directed to do so? Great. I appreciate it. Not too long ago, a strange and enormous ship appeared in Parima space. It is now locked in orbit around our planet. So far, it doesn't seem to be hostile, but any attempts to communicate with it have been in vain, so we're unsure of the ship's intentions. I see. Well, if you're speaking on their behalf, I'll refer you right along to the chairman of the Paradiso Group's board, Oliver Campbell. All decisions will go through him, not me. I'll let him know you're on your way.
Back and forth, back and forth, back and fucking forth.
Everything here is a little more...
Excuse me, I can't see in there. Do you have an appointment? Oh, you're the one we're waiting for then. Do you need anything else from me before you meet with the board? I hope I was able to help.
No, all you did was fucking annoy me. Oh my god.
Between you and me. Sure. Have fun in the Shark Tank. And don't worry, even they call it that.
Some real fucking metrosexual looking tranny motherfuckers in this game.
On the natural beauty of this planet.
We'll make some time for you. Keep it quick, yeah? I am. And you must be the diplomat Jiro told me about. Welcome, welcome. Normally I'd offer you an all-inclusive stay at our resort before we spoke. But given the circumstances, I'm going to cut to the chase. We've got our friends, the aliens, up there causing all sorts of problems for our resort. You like that? The marketing team came up with it. The thought is, if we can't get rid of them, it might actually attract more tourism. Come see the aliens! We run a premier resort getaway here. We can't have our guests concocting stories about some budgy old ship hanging around up there. As it is, we've had to reroute our luxury liners round the other side of the planet on entry so no one sees it. It's bad for business. We need to nip this in the bud and take care of it before the tourists catch on and cause a scene. Ah, we're being direct then. Good on you. So, what do you know about this dodgy ship I'm hearing all about? Well, that's something. Shame we can't just tell them kindly to bugger off. Something tells me that's not going to work. Now, tell me, what are we going to do about it? Give me some proposals, people. I need something to work with here.
We could offer to resettle them here. There's more than enough space.
They could stay here, temporarily, but it'll cost them. Quite a bit, too. They'd need to work off all their debts before being allowed to leave.
Maybe not. What if we help them get out of here? Outfit their ship with a grav drive so they can find a new home. We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map. What do you think?
Sounds costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency, let alone enough for the transaction. Someone else would have to foot the bill.
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if they ceased to exist entirely. Anyway, Seema's got the right idea. Either works for me. Just tell me what you want to do. We own this planet, they don't. Here at Paradiso, we don't like leaving things to chance. Who knows what these people will do? Imagine the landscaping disasters they may come up with, and how that might mar the satellite imagery of the planet in our brochures. No, much better to assimilate them into our culture if they come here to live, rather than leave it to chance. Well, absurd or not, that's our official stance. I make the decisions that are best for our entire group. You don't. And which proposal will you be taking to the good captain? I assume there's a captain? They'd be hard-pressed to defend their claim in any courts. Our charter goes back years. It was registered with both the UC and Freestar Collective, per the Centaurus Proclamation. We may be outside the settled systems, but that charter is official as can be. I'm sorry, but you're going to need to be the one to break the news to them that they need to make a compromise or leave. Right. Assuming they agree to the terms, I've got a list of resources you'll need to gather and bring back so we can support the new arrivals. We'll need to improve our lodging and infrastructure, plus account for future projects to support an increased population. Don't care how you procure them, just make sure to bring them here with you before we can consider this a done deal. Right. On behalf of the Paradiso Group, we appreciate your help.
There are millions of planets out there. People can go to any one of them. The resort facilities are precisely what we bring to the table. Heck, it's the only thing we've really got to offer.
I don't try to stay out of our guests' way.
And tell these motherfuckers to attack these entitled bitches. And I'ma help them. Cause I'm an asshole. And these guys pissed me off. Well, it's not gonna be paradise for long.
Hope you're staying safe out there.
To infinity, to bang your butter. I could take this place out right now.
Struts retracting. Let's get out of here.
By myself.
Stay in orbit or jump. Your call.
Like a rhinestone cowboy.
Hello, Captain.
We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict. These are exciting times, aren't they?
Careful waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see it. Never seen a ship like yours before.
No matter the outcome, I won't let my crew down. Until next time. Now that you're here, I can finally give my crew a chance at a new life. What's the good word? Then I'd need to know what that catch is before I could form an opinion. That doesn't sound so bad. My crew will need to get used to working for a living anyway. This seems agreeable. Is that all? I'm not sure what we can spare. I'm thinking. Perhaps there are resources in storage we can scrounge up or recycle. That does seem reasonable. Tell you what, talk to Daisuke and he'll get you what we can spare. If you succeed, we'll see about finding some other ways to repay you as well. Thank you.
So much for we'd be willing to fight for this.
Don't forget to tell of us in your travels.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work if we have troubleshooters.
We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
Auto.
There is so much more to learn about love.
I wonder what it's like out there beyond our little community.
Wow. Hi.
Hi there. Oh, um, I know. I'm fine. It's just that we've never really had visitors, right? Up until recently, we didn't even believe it was possible. I mean, I don't appreciate you telling me I just need to get over it, but you're not wrong. Everything changed when you arrived. I suspect I'll need to get used to the idea of strangers. Anyway, sorry for freezing up before. I just didn't expect our visitor from the outside to stop by and chat with me. I figured, if anything, you'd be with the captain. I'm Dice K, the ship's provisions manager. I'm not sure what I can offer you, but if I can help, I will. And if not, I'm happy just to talk. Oh yeah, she sent me a message. I have everything for you right here. It's all we can spare, so I sure hope you come through for us. Need anything else? We manage. I know back on Earth, there used to be stores all over the place. Some that even specialize in specific types of goods, if you can imagine. But here, this is it. We have very limited supplies. Most of our stuff is recycled, even the food, in a roundabout way, if you know what I mean. It works out for the most part, because it has
No.
to. I guess that's a running theme with that around here.
Oh shit. Would you eat food if you knew the food was recycled food? That shit sounds grody as fuck.
Be seeing you.
No, we probably won't.
Hey there. Got that key card for me? I think of security the
What?
same way too, but don't let Dalton know I said that. Overall, not bad for a
This
month.
you who? Oh, you
I
must
think
be in
you're
game
ready to
chat.
kick things up a notch, and your timing couldn't be better. We'll soon find out, won't we? This next assignment requires a bit more discretion for two reasons. First, you'll be dealing with high-level executives, and second, you'll be in the Astra Lounge here in Neon. The assignment is pretty easy. Our techs failed to uncover a potential deal between Infinity Ltd. And Quantum Synergies. Your job is to make sure that deal fails. It's already been taken care of. All you need to worry about is you'll be speaking with Quantum Synergy's Executive Director, Zola Adisa, and their Financial Manager, Arthur Cruz. I'll be giving you a dossier on both. I strongly suggest you read them for talking points. Are you even... Exactly. Those lines are most likely to sway Zola and Arthur away from Infinity, not to mention give them a gentle nudge in our direction. The Infinity Ltd rep is Nina Hart. I'll also be giving you an altered version of her presentation to swap out with the original. We've changed several figures, just enough to cause sufficient confusion throughout their meeting. Whenever executives are faced with numbers that don't properly match up, any faith they may have had will falter. Finally, I recommend dressing appropriately, so I've taken the liberty of having a suit made for you. We need absolute discretion on this one. I don't want any SSNN broadcasts about murder in the Astral Lounge. Got it?
Aww.
Just don't let that confidence give you a false sense of security. And remember, no incidents.
Ooh, 10%.
All these years, and Bayou hasn't let this place slip a single notch. The man knows how to run a business. Well, I take that as a compliment. Coming from someone as well dressed as yourself, you either got great taste or great connections. Maybe even both. Tell me, you don't happen to work for Infinity Ltd., do you? Got something against Infinity, I take it. I'd love to hear your reasons why. That's an awfully big claim to make. You'd have to have some inside details on their operation. However, it does match some of my own research that I've been conducting into their finances. Aren't you the resourceful one? That number tracks with the insider details I've been getting. Interesting. Look, it was nice meeting you, and I quite enjoyed our little talk. But it sounds like I need to take another look at some data before I head into this presentation of theirs. See you around, and maybe next time I'll be doing business with you.
Ciao.
You try Aurora yet?
Someone came dressed to impress. Here on business, or just out to escape? Same here. Nothing like a business trip paid in full, especially when there's good downtime. That would be Infinity Ltd. Risky, you say? By all means, enlighten me. Cheap is a word quantum synergy should never be associated with. I believed our team had thoroughly researched Infinity, but your comment gives me pause. Their instability was cited as a pain point, but one we could deal with as long as we maintained control of all joint projects. However, upheaval always comes with its own series of issues: delays, morale, public perception, and Drexler has yet to prove he can provide the consistency that I would prefer. Perhaps it really is more than I'm willing to undertake. A surprising conversation, and one I would never expect from someone such as yourself. I suppose the old saying, "Never judge a book by its cover," is appropriate here. It seems I have quite a bit to reconsider now. So it looks like the pleasure aspect of my trip needs to be postponed. Thank you for the insight.
Let's out.
Easy fucking peasy Japanesey.
I see you wearing that neuroamp. Don't try any of that mind control voodoo on me, pal.
Fuck you, bitch.
I hope you have some good news for me. Well, that wasn't too bad, was it? You're a natural, and I'm not just saying that because I hired you. The Astro Lounge can be overwhelming for some, with all its bells and whistles. Tie that in with manipulating people who are the equivalent of their boss's boss, most junior level ops would start to show their cracks. Overall, not bad for your first high-profile assignment. You gave yourself a bonus, which Lyndon was more than happy to give. Only as common as the flawless assignments you pull off. No one wants to clean up a mess. It takes a toll on several departments, which is why we like to promote aside. It's well deserved. Just keep making me look good, and there'll be more where that came from. But no rest for the weary at Ryujin. We've got a decent backlog of assignments, and they just keep coming, so I hope you're still good to go. At least this next one will be a break from all the chatter.
Damn.
Your next assignment is to remind a competitor of their place in the corporate food chain. Some call it retaliation. We like to think of it as tough love. Most corporations live and die by public perception. Trusted products lead to a good reputation, which leads to and, like it or not, we're all here for the profits. Your assignment is to plant an ARC device. The ARC will allow us to frame our competitor for gross negligence and tank the public's perception. Good. All you need to do is plant the ARC on the service panel of your target. We can handle the rest from here. Do your best to make sure you aren't seen. The key is to make this look like a malfunction. And good luck. Keep it up, and you'll probably have my job soon.
Not because you'll be promoted.
I heard about your run-in.
Bitch should have never tried to check me. Oh. Oh. Ooh. Shit.
I don't want to hear any complaints. Keep an eye on your valuables. You can't. But we'd be dust, except for the factory.
Off-worlders. Nothing ever good comes from them.
Just keep it holstered. We'll get along fine.
If you're waiting on approvals, take it up with Gallivan.
waiting on the credit check. It's yours.
Work is like play hard, people.
Hmm.
What?
Hey there. Got an update for me? Good. I'll let our techs know everything is in place. Now, on to the next, right? Oh, but before I forget, the results of your Astral Lounge escapades are in. I'm happy to say that the deal was officially called off. Masako was very pleased with the outcome, so she arranged the bonus through Linden. Apparently, you said all the right things when it came to Arthur. Quantum Synergies actually reached out to us to negotiate the potential deal. I wouldn't hold your breath on that one. Several other parties will be involved in that deal on a more legitimate level. And believe me, bonuses like this for operatives are few and far between. My sources tell me it was a train wreck. Once her numbers didn't match up, Arthur was all over her with questions. It didn't take long for her to break composure, and that's when she lost Zola. So you could say that presentation went perfectly, as far as we're concerned, hence the bonus. You earned it. So, back to business. In order to stay on top of the market, we have to know what our competition is doing. The next assignment requires a more brute force approach, since the chances of them sharing that information is unlikely. Good. Luckily, there aren't many, besides the usual. Your target is a prototype schematic for a new engine that Trident Luxury Lines is working on. According to the rumors, it's projected to be 17% more efficient than any engine on the market. The current schematic was sent to their star yard to begin prototyping, so they could be in the office area or the factory floor. The Trident Star Yard orbits Aquila in the Cheyenne system, so you'll still be in Freestar space. I feel bad for whoever gets to inform the executives about the theft of something so valuable. Just remember to keep things clean. The results are more satisfying that way.
As technicians, we handle prep and post-op work.
our courteous sales representatives.
Solid docking job there. Nice work.
Captain, greetings.
Hey there.
Just making sure everyone feels safe.
Funny business, all right?
There you are.
Yes?
What are you looking at?
Just the person I wanted to see. You got that schematic? And we aim to keep it that way. I need to deliver this to Vina so she can start the reverse engineering process. But first, Ulara wants to see you. I've upgraded your security level so you can access the executive floor, where her office is. Tell her assistant Maeve you have an appointment. I won't be far behind, in case you get lost.
Just waiting for more info. As usual. I heard about your run-in with Tommy. It's too bad he learned the hard way.
I think that was the single most stressful experience of my life.
You killed it in there. Genevieve seemed genuinely interested.
Lyndon didn't seem too impressed with the numbers, though.
They know how to make a client feel welcome.
Can I help you? Name an appointment. Confirmed. Ularu is wrapping up a meeting with Genevieve. You can wait here or in the lobby area. I'll let you know when she's ready to see you. I see Imogene Salso is supposed to be with you.
I'm right here, Maeve.
Good. It should just be a moment. Well, sooner than I thought. Looks like Ularu's ready now.
Oh, one more thing. You know, if they aren't willing, that leaves us with only one option.
God, Ularu, is that always your response? I don't want another PR mess on my hands.
Yes, Viv, because you're too good at your job. Now, we can talk details later. My next appointment's here.
Fine, but you can break this news to Alexis at our next meeting.
Good. You're finally here. The one I've been hearing so much about. I'm Ularu Chen, head of operations here at Ryujin.
So tell me, what do you think of your new job so far? In that case, it sounds like our initial impression of you is turning out to be quite accurate. Now, my dear Jeannie here says you've been through the basics of what we do and pulled off success every time.
5 successful standard assignments and 1 specialized.
And on top of all that, a flawless record. It's no wonder they love you up here. I happen to have a personal assignment that I'd like to send you on. One that involves meeting up with an outside contact. Jeannie seems to think you're more than capable of handling it.
She's the best operative I've ever hired.
Let's not forget the only operative you've ever hired. Meeting with outside contacts isn't always as straightforward as your past assignments. Some can be fickle or demanding, so you'll need to decide how to handle them and what decisions to make on the fly. That's exactly the type of operative I want. Someone who doesn't take no for an answer. Your contact is Simon Rychek. He claims to have information on a new project that Infinity Ltd. Is working on. He said it's a game changer that Ryujin would be especially interested in. So his asking price is the big thing to consider. Finance will reimburse up to 1,000 credits. So if you have negotiation skills, use them. Oh, you'll get the information if you want to hang on to your job. Now, in order to confirm your identity, Simon prefers code phrases. I'll let Jeannie give you the details on this one because the concept is just beneath me.
Simon is into sports, so he enjoys any opportunity to talk about them. At some point, he'll casually say, "Looks like the Galactic Raiders are the #1 pick for the Universal Championship this year." You get to respond with, "Razor Derby is the only real sport." Got it? You'll find him in Sidonia, so I hope your ship's fueled. Just look for him above the Lux condos in the plaza.
You spoke very highly of this one, Jeannie. Let's hope she doesn't make a liar out of you. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some things to take care of.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Don't wander into any restricted areas.
Well, that wasn't too bad for your introduction. What do you think of Ularu? I'm pretty sure all of our field operatives have shared that sentiment at one point. Ularu loves to remind people how expendable they can be. Let me know if you have any questions regarding your assignment. And enjoy your time in Sidonia. It's certainly no Neon. I worked with Simon a lot in my time as a field op. He's a perpetually grumpy man, but I think he just likes to keep his distance. Getting close to people isn't a luxury he can afford in his line of work, much like ours. For you? No, only Ularu calls me that, and it's not up for negotiation.
Touch the nerve I do there.